Hello. It is Tuesday, November 17th, 2020, and this is the full body workout. It is cycle 4, part 1, iteration 1. Okay. Public service announcement right here. Please do not waste your time watching this video unless you have a very specific reason to watch this video. Alright, so only gonna real talk when I'm doing the thing. Let's see what's up. First thing is chin-ups. Alright. Should probably turn on a light over there. Okay, so even though this is going to be a small number, I'm not going to really count. And I'm only going to really talk while doing these. So there's that. And that's kind of the point of this whole thing. Only real talking while I'm doing it. That way I don't get stuck just sitting there talking away, actually getting it done. And I'm also not going to really count while doing it. And that means to fill out the piece of the notebook, electronic notebook, no paper wasted, I'm going to have to watch this again. Because I haven't really been watching these. And honestly, I took a little break because I possibly tore some abdominal muscles. Also, not doing inverted sit-ups today. Gonna switch it out to a roller type thing instead. Alright. Oh, man. Get 3 sets of those. Put them in a lighter. Alright. So here we go. Talking again. Should talk while doing these. It's my time to talk, I guess. Oh, man. This is the beginning of the workout and I'm already feeling it. Whew. Yeah. Definitely feeling it. Oh, goodness. Yep. Every time. Not quite every time, but enough times. Enough times. There's a power in brevity, I guess. Oh man, I'm gonna count that as 2. Hopefully I can count to 3. Hopefully that was my 3rd set on the chin-ups. I think so. Last set on incline bench. Not gonna count, just gonna think about what I'm doing. Full body workout. Whew. There we go, let's go. Do the rest of this. I'm pretty sure I did 3 sets. This first beginning part, this phase. Next is air squats, leg extension, leg contraction. Okay. Simple air squat is all I'm doing here. Not really counting. I'll leave that up to you or future me to count, to put it on the infinite notebook. Almost lost the clip to my pants. All right. So basically what the phases are and all that kind of 3 pieces, those 3 numbers will be whatever cycle I'm on with this. The cycle is just how many times I go through this particular type of cycle. And there's 4 parts to each cycle. So the cycle is 7 iterations, 7 times. The first full body workout, which is this, which is a lot of different exercises, but not with a lot of weight, and probably not with a lot of reps. Let's go to the next exercise on this. Alright, so part 1 is this, which is like those 27 exercises, give or take, depending on what the future brings. And then sets. Found it. I'm gonna try with a little heels down, these air squat actions. So part one is this. Part two is adventure week or adventure weeks. Like I said, the whole cycle should take about 7 weeks. Still lifting my heels on this. Trying without. This thing sucks for that. Gotta have a better way of tightening. Maybe I'll get some suspenders or something just for this. Because what I'm doing is just pinching that close together. It's kind of not working. It sort of works. Doesn't work very well. Part two is Adventure Week, and my workout goals have not been met. Of course, I haven't been doing everything in my power to get to the... I've been lazy a little bit. I'm not gonna throw a lot of excuses there. I could be in a lot better shape. Taking breaks, eating complex carbohydrates. Yeah. Could be in better shape. Could be doing more of that cardio too. Whew. All right. Oh. Part three is fundamentals. The Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout I was doing, which was probably 2 weeks of that. So that gets 6 weeks. And then part four is another adventure week, which in theory could be a rest week or whatever. But I'm gonna call it adventure week. And some of the things I might be doing. The third adventure week on this cycle is something like back to inverted sit-ups. This is feeling better. Haven't felt it yet, so. Yet in the workout. I think I felt it a little bit today. This is the second set of these. Don't know how many I'm doing. But feeling good about it. Even worse. Ooh. Yeah, feeling it. But trying to figure out a way to make this fun and usable. Fucking stupid thing. I think I'm just gonna use like a fucking C-clamp. Alright, so we're on the third set of these. Not too bad. Everything's falling through. Really enjoy playing music. I just realized it's kind of one of my only excuses for going outside the house. Being somewhat social. Oh, done. Don't even need to do these. Just gotta get onto this again. But this time, chest stuff. There we go. Alright, so, yeah. It's always kind of weird being social, hanging out with friends or a friend or whatever, going to places, and then having your buddy ditch you for a group of buddies. At least I'm not covering up too much of my feelings. But then again, I am keeping these videos kind of private, so there's that. That's not right yet. This way seems about right. Plenty lame for a lot of reasons. One of the interesting ones, though, is not drinking or doing any drugs. Because people want to cut loose, people want to party, but they hang out with me. I'm just like, no thank you. And sometimes I suspect, I could be wrong about this, but it makes them feel, certain folks, a little bit weird about cutting loose in front of somebody that's sober. Who knows? I'm not really too sure about it myself, but trying to figure out things. Also, just realized making that sound helps probably with the count, because I don't know if this video is picking up in this low light situation. Been watching a fun series of shows. I just really like the sense of humor in it. Called Truth Seekers with my dad. It's nice watching a series of shows on some sort of streaming service that has no commercials. He has both Amazon Prime and Netflix. Definitely feeling that. I think we're on to the third set time, so we'll just do a few of these, because I'm definitely feeling it, which is cool. I can talk to you and practice my proper enunciation. talking with a mask may have inhibited my enunciation in a conversation I was having with a girl that seemed pretty interesting in a lot of ways. Definitely didn't see any attraction from her. Wow. From her toward me in her eyes, which kind of negated any attraction I would have possibly developed in her. But what I did see was hairy armpits. And while that's not my thing, it's certainly something I can get past for the right woman, I guess. But, oh man. I mean, certainly if she just was lazy about it, I mean, I'd happily shave them for her. That'd be kind of fun in a weird way. I've shaved a woman's legs before, so that's kind of fun. Oh, man. The next iteration, I got the pull downs. Anyhow, so I saw those hairy armpits, and I was like, I got a buddy. I didn't tell her this, but I'm telling you now, I have a buddy that's into all that sort of hairy armpits and hairy legs and all sorts of things like that. Very into the natural thing, natural pheromones and whatnot. So maybe it's some sort of, I think he would say ancestral tradition. No, he wouldn't say that. He would say something close to that, though. He wouldn't use those words. Anyhow, so basically what I said to her is, you know, if I ever see you again, and you really, really got to meet a friend of mine. Hang out with him a lot, so if you see me again, chances are he'll be in tow, and I'd really like to introduce you to him. I think you guys would get along swimmingly. I'm just paraphrasing, I don't know exactly what I said, but I really like the idea that I was thinking about him in that sense. Right now, he's suffering from that situation where some of his life circumstances have changed a little bit. And when you're on a wobbly surface, if he does feel alone, and I don't know if he does or doesn't, when you're in a wobbly surface on life, if you're pragmatic, you don't seek out any sort of companionship. If you're very pragmatic. But I suspect that he does get a little lonely. And meeting a woman like her would probably be nice of a boon for both of them. If she has that level of openness, which honestly I think most women don't. Just because of so many opportunities being thrust their way. Oh man. That's the different dynamics. Opportunities. It's amazing to think about it, being solicited, you know, a couple hundred times a day, and then being your normal to below average male, being solicited a couple times a year, if that. I had a dream last night that I was kind of regretting staying out this one place. Real good place for nice conversations. Dark light. A lot of places to sit down and relax. Having this series of conversations with different people. And there was this one, conventionally very attractive woman. And she was telling me that she was a stripper and all this. And somehow in the dream I felt like I knew her. And she felt like she knew me. And then she said something about like, we were in a town that form right with these. We were in a town that I was staying in the hotel, and she was down to go back and forth, be a guest dancer at some strip club. And she didn't want to drive back 3 hours. And she's like, it sucks to drive back 3 hours. I'm thinking about getting a hotel room, but I don't like to stay in a hotel room alone. Do you want to stay with me? And I was like, well, 3 things. Number 1, I could be your average dude and just read into this and read in a whole bunch of sorts of things that I don't know if you're trying to throw around those intonations or not. Number 2, we won't worry about number 1 right now. We'll worry about number 2. Number 2, I already got a room here. And hey, so you can save yourself a few dollars. I'm happy to have a buddy in whatever means. So we won't even worry about 1. 1 will be just, I'll leave it up to, I'm pretty dense and I'm not going to read into anything. And I will give you no pressures and no expectations. Cool? And she was like, yeah. But then it got weird. Had to call for some sort of work I was doing in that dream. Don't remember exactly what the work was. And I was just like, man, I'm never going to make it back to the hotel room. Hopefully I remember to give her a key. Oh, man. Alright, so this is the second set of these. Feels pretty good. Not heavyweight, just kind of doing it, talking. Hopefully I'll throw a decently accurate count on these. If not, I'll know and eventually get a brighter light for this stuff. Alright. Gonna get that back really into it. And this feels good as a back exercise. Really opens things up. Especially with lightweight. Lightweight you can really concentrate on the form. Also like leaning back on this. Putting my feet flat to the floor. Keeping my back kind of straight but just kind of bent backwards a little bit. As far as bent from the pelvis, not from the back area or the small back area. Or maybe the small back area, who knows. But trying to think like, if I take the board to my back, and I guess I would have to put my head somewhere on that board too. That's tricky. I'm not really thinking about the neck and head movement right now. So this is nice. I can really sometimes concentrate on the muscles while doing the bringing it down, do the little visualization things. Sometimes close my eyes. I used to try to really visualize the contraction, but now I just try to really feel it. And there it is. Almost a way you kind of feel something before you can cause like a leg cramp. Yeah. Stretch out the leg muscle and stretch it out too far and cause that, set off that calf muscle leg cramp thing. I'm not going to do that right now, obviously. But it's almost like that. In a good way. I think this is the third and final set of these. Then after this, if I'm correct, go into dips and rocket chair. See how that feels. That's going to be a little bit of fun, right? Or wrong. Should switch up the light or add new light. That's what I'll do. I'll add new light. Switch out some batteries. That's a little brighter. It's kind of nice how that. So as soon as that circuit was completed, this is, wow, I wonder how long this will last like this. This is nice. Yeah, that might be a little too bright. Might need to calm that sucker down a little bit. Might need to wipe the lens. My finger and probably show up worse. Anyway. Hey, this will probably work better. There we go. Bumping into stuff. Not worry about counting so much. Get into the 3-set motion on this. Just kind of feel it, do it. Not worry about the numbers. It's not about the numbers. Keeping those pants up, huh? Oh man, there's weakness inside me. Third set. Today's an eating day. I try to not eat every other day. Give my digestion system a break. I just ate before this. I don't know if that's making a difference. Could use it as an excuse, but probably not. a list. Not writing until I watch this again. And I've already pretty much written down the weight I'm going to use. Curls, skull crushers, and pull-ups are what's going on now. Kind of like this instead of the curling bar. Curling bar, even with that little knack, you can't get that elbows fully straight thing. And I do like that whole turn thing. There's something nice about the turn. No, I should not move my elbows so much, but it does bizarrely feel good. Whatever number that was. Here's the skull crushers. Just your basic standing skull crusher. After this, a nice little pull-up or two. Probably just one, I'm feeling it. We'll see. Yeah. This might be a little bit cardiovascular too. Not taking huge breaks in between sets. Partially because of that not talking in between sets thing I'm trying to kind of pull off. This is probably the part of the workout today where I'm not going to do very many repetitions because I just want to get through this thing. But the talking helps organize my thoughts while not talking during the whole rest period thing. Technically, I guess I should bring, oh, that's tougher. It's a lot tougher bringing your, or for me, bringing my elbows real close. Thumbs around, feels a lot better at this point. I am reasonably sure that this is the last set. Third set. Woohoo. Oh, man. Kind of love that whole thought that like most people believe they're above average, or I should say, make it more poignant, say more than 50% of people believe they're above average. I am distinctly feeling below average at this point, but I'm not comparing against other people. Just trying to do better for myself, and I think this is the way term share a breath. Yeah, taking it easy with these. Haven't done these in a while. That's just planks with breaths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I should roll a towel underneath my knees because it feels weird once I go to a certain spot. Like right here, don't want to put too much weight going forward. This feels like I throw a lot of weight on my knees. Probably should do this in some different position, but this seems the most secure. Still feel it in my stomach if I really kind of do a crunch right there. 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time I look up like that, that's a cue to count. Probably did about 7 there, so. This is the 3rd set. It does feel nice to be able to, like, this is easy mode sometimes. It feels like, And it just feels like switching it, you can last longer in a plank. Calf raises and toes up, heels down time. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna do the double bouncer. Just gonna kind of go slow on these. Really try to get that depth in there. Not too slow, but just enough to kind of feel it in some interesting way. Hell yeah. Oh man. My goodness. And getting into this. It's kind of nice because I can lean forward a little bit, get that extra tension on the lower end. Also, extra tension on the high end too. Keep my knees, or keep my elbows on my knees. It does something for this exercise. Makes it a little bit harder, a little bit slower, more weight up on my knees, which is good. Doing it until I kind of feel it. Like I said, it's weird. If I lean forward a little bit, it becomes a lot harder. Lean back just a little bit, it's not even noticeable. It's a difference in millimeters, I guess. All right, now I'm really feeling it where I should feel it. So I have 14 days, the way I look at it, to do this workout 7 times. Some days I'll be fasted, some days I won't. Today was a weird one because I worked out right after eating. That happens. Gotta fit it all in. Too many restrictions and I probably wouldn't be doing anything right. Or I'd certainly be unhappy about life. Playing a new video game. But lately I've been buying, just over the course of the last few months, a few video games, and sometimes I buy them, usually try to buy them super cheap. Got 2 of them yesterday for $33. One was $32, the one I really wanted. The other one was just like, hey, let's see if this is interesting. Last time I did that, it was one for less than $5. I think it was maybe a little bit more than $5 actually. Called Fort of the King. And it started out great, except it took forever to level, and yeah, it just became too grindy. And that's even for somebody who's listening to an audiobook while playing the game. Just doing the same kind of mindless crap over and over again. All right, definitely feeling it there. Yeah, not talking unless I'm actually working on this stuff is feeling pretty good. Makes me quicker to get to the actual exercise itself. Get moving, feel good about that. Anyway, the game I bought recently that I really wanted yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, or whatever, was Pathfinder something. Kingmaker, or I don't know, Pathfinder. And I guess there's this kind of Dungeons and Dragons type thing, D&D type thing, system that's called Pathfinder, based upon 20-sided die and all that kind of stuff. Good old 20-sided dice. I have some somewhere. Third set, definitely feeling this. Tomorrow I'm gonna play some music out and about. It's gonna be good to see Red, hang out with Red. Finishing up this block of 3. Oh wow, instantly. Right leg. Sorry. Right leg's feeling very strong. Left leg is feeling weak on this. Makes sense because I use my right leg more in drumming anyway. every time I grab these things, I miss my job. I was gonna say old job, but just job. Oh wow, I'm not wearing that makes sense. Yep, just doing the bit. One leg at a time. Whatever it is. Actually, since it's both legs, I should probably forget about it. I could easily just write two numbers separated by a comma. Sounds like a plan. Switch things up a little bit. Start with my right side this time. Third set. Just doing what I can. Really feeling it. When you really try to close it all the way, you do far less of these things. Let's go right side again. Gentle discomfort. Let's just get used to a little tiny bit of discomfort. A little tiny bit. Reasonably sure that was the third set of these. Don't need to be quiet, I can talk right now. I'm moving. Talk during exercises, not in between. All right, this is all about military press and push-ups. Just gonna do however these, not too many, maybe too few. I'll be fine with that. Almost in the last leg of this thing. Friend of mine told me to keep my elbows in. Been trying to do that. He considers that the best kind of push-up you can do. I kind of like it. Feels a little bit more controlled. Let's not rest it on my shoulders. Let's bring it down past my shoulders. There we go. That felt something. Oh, man. Feeling that way too early. Way too early. Oh. Well, at least I'm trying to do them full. Third set. A lot tougher to talk about silly things. Definitely taking a little bit too much time between sets for true, like, HIIT training, I guess. Man, I'm out of gas. So what this is pulling it back without bending my elbows first. That's the first exercise. And then it turns into a tricep exercise when I kind of lock my elbows against my sides and do almost the same motion, but just without the full arm action. It's from the elbows towards the fist action at the Second exercise. About ready for that. Also lean forward into it. Just triceps here. And a little bit of wrist and forearms technically. Second set. Doesn't take much. Wow, that wasn't much. Third set. The transition time between these exercises does not leave itself for a good break, which is probably good. You know, this exercise, which is just a pure back strength exercise. Probably a good idea to separate these with the gamma. In the UK, I guess it would, a comma is just like a period as far as decimals goes, I think. Let's see how high I can go up on this last one. Really trying to get that full feeling out of this. Hopefully I remember I put down that little flashlight there. I think I got it. Oh, man. hydrate. Remember one time not one of the small Gatorade things, but like a mid-size one. Someone bought that for me when I was helping her move. It's kind of sad. Her like default mode, like 3 or 4 dudes helped her move, and I worked with her. And she didn't pay us nothing, but she bought us food, or at least thought she was gonna pay me. So I was like, I just want Gatorade, and just in one thing, just drank that whole thing. I heard she's dead. Heroin overdose. Long time ago. She had a sister who looked like her, but had more weight than her. But I thought her sister was prettier, just because her sister was nicer and was easier to talk to and less drunk. Hope good things are going on with her sister. God, I can't remember either of their names. I think one of their names is Cassie, the bigger sister. And Cassie was cool. Lateral raises. I'm just going to do this first set like this. I am bending my arms, but I am going all the way to the top. So it's like, most difficult version is straight arms all the way top. And then there's straight arms like that. And then there's probably bent arms all the way to the top. And then the easiest is bent arms like that. And then I'm going to do frontal raises. Just this first set, I'm going to be all the way top. And yeah, I'm going to bend arms a little bit too on this one. All right, there was a little bit in talking between sets there. Oh well, my mistake. So easy to talk to you. You're such a good listener. You never interrupt. This is going to be an easiest level. Bent arms, going to the ears. A lot of rest between repetitions, I guess. Third set. Last set. A lot of bend. A little bit of control on the way down. Not just letting weight carry itself down. Only letting gravity do part of the work. A little resist on gravity there. One more just because. Okay. Check what I wrote. See if everything is as it should be. I guess I can allow myself to talk, think about stuff while sitting there looking through it. Gonna make sure I don't really write out too much on this thing. That's gonna be for watching this thing again at high speed. It's kind of cool. I have one notebook for every cycle. And this is the top page of the notebook, the cover. And then it goes into this, which is just a template. No, it's not the template. I erased the template. I got a template notebook that I copy, and then I create this notebook from that. First step in creating that thing is writing down the cycle number on these pages, and then well, the part 1 never changes, so on this structure right here, but the instance number changes each time, so it'll just be copy and paste with cycle and then add in instance. So I did the chin-ups, incline bench, air squats, leg extensions, leg contractions, chest machine, flies, then the pull downs, reverse flies, and then so it's like chest then back. I mean, technically I probably should superset, you know, I should do chest machines and then pull downs and then like flies and reverse flies, but that I have to switch my position in the chair too often, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm making myself easy for this. Then we got dips in rocket chair. Then we got curls and skull crushers with the pull-ups. And that part. And we got the rollers and planks. Then we have the calf raises and heel double base, heel down, toes up. Then it is grips and 3 leg and knee ups, 3 full leg and knee ups. That means what you saw there was me doing my knee and then my leg front and sideways, so that's full leg. Then it was the military press and then push-ups, which is nice. And I gotta try to do quote-unquote the best style push-ups, which is keeping those elbows in and doing those full push-ups far down as I can. And the push-up extenders help for that. I can go a little further down, make it a little bit more of a proper push-up, I guess. And then make sure I go all the way to the top and really fully straighten out those arms. Then it is push downs, back, push downs, triceps. Then we did that bent back lift type thing, left and then right. Then lateral raises, which is the sideways thing, and then the frontal raises, and then we're done. Believe it or not, that was 27 exercises, 81 sets, basically 13 cycles, 9 evolutions. An evolution is kind of like a body part area, and then a cycle is like going back and forth between lateral raises and front raises. That's a cycle. So, but not really worried about that, because we're also using cycles as like how many cycles of the workout have I done. Like this is the 4th cycle, so if each cycle takes about 7 weeks, and sometimes I get lazy and rest an extra week, probably should be doing 7 cycles a year. So it's been less than a half a year of this style. Yeah, it's been about half a year of this style. So 7 cycles a year, that matches. Because 7 times 7 is 49. 52 weeks a year. That gives me 3 more weeks of like rest, and so yeah, basically that. So it should be about 7 cycles a year. So this time next year, since this is 4th cycle, I'm gonna go ahead and add 7 to 4. Get like 11. So it's gonna be like 11 cycles next year this time. Things happening 2021. Sometime in January or February, I am gonna be trying, not Tinder, but Bumble. I've tried it before, it didn't work out so well. Tried Tinder before, it didn't work out so well. Bumble though, I didn't try for very long, but had high hopes for, and those hopes were kind of diminished. I was just like, I need to take a break from all this. It was a lot of wasted time. All of them were wasted time. Match was the worst. Match.com, that was a waste of time and a waste of money. $180. And I tried to fulfill that money back guarantee, and they just never gave me the money. So screw a Match. And when it was the end of my year, yeah, a Match. I met no one, spent $180. You want to feel like a loser? Go to Match.com. You know, if you're a guy. If you're a girl, you don't need dating apps. You just need to walk outside. Anyhow. All right. Damn. I think I might be a bit slightly jaded. Is that okay? Part of me wants to think it is. At least I'm aware of it. This is the way. I think there's a TV show that started saying it now. I remember, I think I heard that phrase a long time ago. And then I recently watched, what was it, The Mandalorian. And they kept on saying it. It just reminded me of somebody from way back when. I was just like, okay, that makes sense. Maybe they knew. Maybe the writers knew that, dude. This is the way. And even before that, I guess there was a phrase that my dad heard a lot in college, which was, this is truth. Which I haven't heard too much. Oh. Well, thank goodness this is over. Yep, I'm going to shut this off. But did go through it, didn't write anything down, didn't have anything to change. It all felt good. Made sure I went through it. You know, as far as going through the exercises, I'm going to go ahead and write down the iteration. Oh, I already did write down iteration 2 for next time. Is that not cool? I might do that, like, tomorrow. I don't know. I might not. Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and write down instance 3 for the third instance coming up. Probably in like 4 or 5 days from now. Oh, what a joyous life we live. This cycle should be done around January 3rd, Sunday. Not that I'm hoping for the cycle to be done. I'm trying to enjoy every minute of my life if possible. Figure out ways. Thank you for being along with that. My future self, thank you for being in better shape than my current self now, hopefully. Let's go ahead and just exaggerate the cross the fingers thing. You know, really get that good cross in there. It's kind of a fun gesture too, you know. All right, later it shall be.